Hi, my name is Laura Paul. I'm the executive director of lower9.org. We're a volunteer organization rebuilding homes in the lower 9th ward that were damaged in Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Lower9.org is a volunteer-driven and volunteer-led organization. We have a very small staff to support the work. We are rebuilding homes in the lower 9th ward of New Orleans, Louisiana, for people who were displaced by Hurricane Katrina and the levee breaches in 2005. It's 2012. We're still recovering from that event and from those levee breaches. This neighborhood was very, very badly damaged. The percentage of residential properties in this neighborhood that were destroyed, rendered uninhabitable by the floods in 2005 is 100%. A lot of people here were not given the resources that they needed to recover. Whether it was their insurance provider, whether it was, a federal program or a federally funded program like Road Home. A lot of people here, there's a really significant gap between the amount of resources that they were able to bring to their own recovery and the amount of resources it actually takes to rebuild. Lower9.org can rebuild a home for about 30% of open market rate. We use volunteer labor, so people come from all over the world to help us. Last year we had volunteers from 16 separate countries come and work with us and build homes with us. And we average about a dozen homes a year. We've rebuilt over 50 homes since we started work here, and we do it for next to nothing in terms of operating capital. Nobody stretches a dollar farther than we do, and we're proud of that. The people that drive this organization, we are volunteers, we are a couple of staff people. We're people who are dedicated to the recovery of this community long term.
How's the work with Laura?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
What's he gonna say? I'm standing right here.
Not that, just that. Wonderful. Been dealing with her for 6 years. 6 years. She used to work for Emergency Community, and now she's doing Lower 9. 6 years. She's a good lady. Good person to work with. Not because you're here, but I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart and what I know. One more. We got to pull this one out or fix it.
I think it just comes down to a question of doing what's right. Under no circumstances should the people who lived in this neighborhood not be given every possible opportunity to repair and rebuild their lives. And I mean, this neighborhood had one of the highest rates of African American home ownership in the nation. I think that that's something that we need to respect, and it's something that we need to do everything in our power to ensure continues. If insurance providers or the federal government or other entities aren't going to step up and make sure that what is necessary and needed is done, then organizations like this will do that.
You feel like you're helping people who can't help themselves. We've done few projects that I've been able to work on, and everybody's been very deserving and very gracious, and they tell you their story, and it makes you realize how big of a need there is for more organizations like this, so it really makes you feel good.
I came down as a volunteer. I was only intending to stay for a week, and I wound up volunteering for just over a year. Now, 7 years into it, I realize that it's a much more complicated process than I had envisioned it to be, certainly back then. It wasn't something that I understood at all. And I have to say that I had never worked in the nonprofit sector before. I knew nothing about the nonprofit sector. And the sector overall really appeals to me. I think that it's really wonderful that you can make a living helping other people. And I think volunteers are amazing. I had some of the best times of my life volunteering. I think that volunteerism is one of the most rewarding things you can do. And so having had the experience that I had and being able to help other people have similar experiences is also really, really rewarding for me.